What's cracking in the skillet people? It's your boy E, and we are on the first official episode of Erik Speaks. I want to thank everybody who is joining me right now. Y'all, we're going to have a good time, okay? Now, to start off with, I want to apologize for my background. It was my intentions that I would be using the same backdrop that I had at the time that I did the introduction, but that was yesterday, and today I'm in Tokyo, so I'm a little bit limited as to what I have to work with. So that's my own personal hang up. Don't y'all worry about it. Y'all just enjoy this video and we're going to have a good time, okay? Now, to get into today's topic, I wanted to label this one real jobs versus fake jobs. And in parentheses, I have corporate versus entertainment. Now, again, with fake jobs, I am talking about, of course, entertainment jobs. And then to expand that demographic, I'm talking about any job that is unconventional. And this is really going to relate to people who are doing anything that is requiring you to use your entrepreneurial skills to drive yourself to the top, okay? You're taking a risk at what you're trying to do, and those are the fake jobs, okay? Now let's get into it. I like to use myself as an example. Many of you may know by now that I used to work for an insurance company. I worked for them for about 8 years, had a great time. I had wonderful bosses that understood my pursuits to want to be in the entertainment industry, and they were very accommodating and helpful in that regard. By the same token, I also had my nice little cynical crowd, you know, of family and friends and just other people just socially that I would engage with from time to time that intentionally and unintentionally would put doubt in me to make me think that what I'm doing is not important or that what I'm doing can't thrive and can't be, you know, my sole livelihood. Now, what I noticed one day when I was working at the insurance company, it hit me like a ton of bricks. I was sitting there working and I thought about it and I said, you know, Erik, you're helping someone else's dream. And what I mean by that is that job that I was hired to do, yes, it's secure. Yes, it had all the right benefits that, you know, you're supposed to go after in business. But ultimately, all of this that I have is because somebody else followed through with their dream. Someone thought of this insurance company and here I am helping their dream and will be helping their dream long after they're gone, if that be the case. So that got me to thinking, you know, and it took a little bit of time, you know, it took several months, you know, before things finally landed in place the way that they needed to. But then I finally just stepped out on faith and said, you know what, I'm going to do this. And it has literally been actually over 4 years now that I have been self-employed and gainfully self-employed, not starving, you know, trying to eat peanuts, trying to survive, but by being a good steward over the budget that I have been okay, and I'm so thankful for that. So I wanted to create this video to encourage people who are in that same boat that you need to step out of so you can walk on water, if you will, you know, to be able to take those chances and know that if you commit to them, you'll be okay. So let's get into a couple points here that I just wanted to hit really quick, and then I want to open it up to you to be able to respond as you see fit. These are 4 very key points that I thought that people could use to encourage themselves about going forward in unconventional jobs, okay? Number 1. Realize that whatever job you are settling for is helping someone else's dream. Subconsciously, you're being told that their dream is bigger than your dream, and that is simply not true. So again, to reiterate, always know that if you're settling for something in this regard, you're still helping someone else's vision. Number 2, you have to work just as hard, and in most cases harder, than people who seemingly are working the more secure and stable jobs. Now, what I mean by this is there are people that actually have said, okay, I'm going to go ahead and, you know, be in the entertainment industry, or I'm going to be an entrepreneur. And then everything that they do doesn't have that same heart or drive. So they become lazy. You know, oh, well, I'm working for myself now. I'll get up at 11. Oh, I'll get up at 1. Oh, I'll do this. Well, I'll just spend this money and go out to the movies because, you know, it's just a couple dollars anyway. So they start to kind of like bend their own rules. And that's when you see businesses fall apart. That's when you have people who move away from home to become a big star, and then they have to come back home because they didn't take care of themselves themselves while they were out there. That's why this happens. We have to be careful and we have to commit to our dreams. Number 3, don't tell everyone what you're doing. My mother was big on that when I was coming up. Eric, don't you be telling everybody your business. And that is so true. We have to learn how to keep our lips sealed sometimes, because there are dream killers that are out there, as I said before. People who intentionally want to kill your dreams, people who unintentionally are killing your dreams. And by feeding into that, by sharing yourself and then having that be the response, it begins to become cancerous and it begins to eat away at your dreams. And then before long, you don't really have a dream anymore. Okay. Now, along with that, I said, in a culture where we are told to go after our dreams, it's ironic how more often people would rather settle for a nightmare of doing something that they hate for the rest of their lives. Now, first of all, this is in no way to be disrespectful to anyone who is working a corporate job. Many people are working corporate and they're happy, and I'm proud of you. Do you, okay? Now, in regards to everybody else that doesn't want to be there, shame on you. Because you need to be getting out there and letting your dreams come to pass. Don't settle for a nightmare of doing something that you hate. That's the worst type of life to live, and it is quite insane, okay? Along with that, I said, people who dream sometimes forget to wake up and inevitably become comatose, if you will. And I don't mean any offense by using that term. What I mean by this are the people who are always dreaming. It's almost like the boy who cried wolf. Every time you turn around is oh yeah, this is happening, and then nothing ever comes to fruition. Don't get caught up in your dream to where it now becomes a fairy tale. Make it a reality. Finally, I said, the torch that you fail to run with might one day burn you. And just entertain the analogy for a minute that you're running a race with a torch and you have so much amount of time to get that accomplished before that very torch gets on you and, oh my God, you don't want that to happen. And when I'm saying that analogy there, the burn you that I'm talking about is the feeling of regret. You don't want to become 50 and 60 and just, oh my gosh, I wish I would have went after those dreams, but yeah, I listened to so many people, or, I never really did have enough money, or I didn't have any support. And basically it just begins to eat away at you. And so the dream that once was a fire that was being fueled to push you forward and to propel you forward now has become, for lack of a better way of saying it, it's just become a very detrimental fire that now is eating away at your heart. It's eating away at your optimism. And so now you can't get anything done because you just gave up, So anyway, I wanted to just create this very first one to just be something that all of us could glean from. Please share your comments down in the comments section, as well as if you have video responses as well of just how you feel about this. What dreams are you trying to go after that seem impossible? Or what victories have you had about dreams that you went after and it actually worked after all? Please share those things, and let's just once again, continue to make ourselves stronger by getting to where we have to go by encouraging one another. Okay? So I will see you next time on Erik Speaks.